Hi there, Ben Mankiewicz with you. Thanks for watching TCM and tonight's lineup of political thrillers. Up next, a methodical mystery that hit theaters during the heat of the Cold War in the first half of the Reagan administration. It's from Orion Pictures in 1983, Gorky Park. William Hurt leads the cast here as Soviet police detective Renko, who's sent to investigate a gruesome discovery: 3 mutilated bodies in Moscow's Gorky Park. Renko immediately suspects the KGB's fingerprints are all over the executions, in part because the victims don't have any fingerprints. The tips of their fingers have been removed. As Renko digs for clues, the mystery deepens and several players are drawn into the investigation. These include a rakish American fur trafficker, played by Lee Marvin, a New York cop, played by Brian Dennehy, and a suitably gorgeous Russian dissident, played by Polish actress Joanna Pikula, making her English-language film debut. Gorky Park stands out in part because it doesn't even remotely play into the expected cliches that color so many 1980s cartoonish Cold War standbys, like Rocky IV or Red Dawn. That's due in no small part to the work of screenwriter Dennis Potter. Potter, a highly regarded writer who worked mostly in British TV, adapted Martin Cruz Smith's novel, Gorky Park. Potter streamlined the 1981 bestseller, feeling there was, quote, something much sleeker and faster buried inside the story. Potter described the protagonist as Philip Marlowe in Moscow. Michael Apted, Gorky Park's English director, bounced between making narrative films and documentaries, and he did both exceptionally well. Apted hoped to shoot the film in the USSR. I like to have real things as sources of inspiration, Apted explained. But Soviet officials didn't really care for the novel's portrayal of their country, its government, or its way of life. So Apted had Helsinki, Finland stand in for the Soviet Union, but he brought as much of Russia as he could into the production. Apted's meticulous attention to detail meant characters even smoked cigarettes brought from Moscow to Helsinki. He made a quality film, a rare American movie that portrayed contemporary life in the Soviet Union. It's hard to imagine that no one had ever seen inside Russia before, Apted later said, so the stuff we were doing was new information to an American audience. Here's the film from 1983, Gorky Park. Gorky Park gave William Hurt an important early role, building on his momentum from the 1981 thriller Body Heat and the hit 1983 ensemble drama The Big Chill. But Hurt's demanding work style and his moodiness often rubbed co-stars and directors the wrong way. In this film, he bumped heads early on with director Michael Apted, who had Hurt ditch his attempt at a Slavic accent and use a British one instead. Apted, though, applauded Hurt's performance and the actor himself, noting Hurt's willingness to work hard and collaborate. While Apted recalled the British actors giving Hurt a hard time over his method acting style, Hurt did find an unlikely mentor in co-star Lee Marvin. Hurt heaped praise on the veteran actor, saying Marvin acted the hell out of his scenes. I wanted to let this person teach me, and he did on so many levels you wouldn't believe, Hurt said. Coming up, Henry Fonda plays an American president scrambling to stop an accidental nuclear attack on the Soviet Union. From 1964, the Cold War thriller Failsafe is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Failsafe, then the 39 Steps, and later, Murder on a Bridle Path. TCM beats a dead horse tonight.